Jessii Vee and Happy New Year! I am starting off 2020 extremely comfy right now. I have my teddy bear sweater and I'm literally wearing monster feet. Don't believe me? Look at these babies. I also still cannot get over this background. It's literally the entrance to another dimension. If you would like to enter to win this backdrop, all you have to do is be subscribed to this channel, so my Jessii Vee channel, turn on your notification bell, and then head over to my Twitter page, follow me there, and comment the snowflake emoji on my pinned post. And then I will be announcing the winner in a few weeks. I'm really excited for my first video of the new year, of the new decade. We are going to be talking about something really creepy that they used to do in history, and we're also going to be talking about a bunch of different crazy phenomenons from around the world. The first thing we're going to be talking about really freaks me out. As you can tell by the title of this video, it is about hidden mothers. And you might be like,
Jessii, why are their mothers hiding? What are you talking about?
Well, back in the Victorian era, mothers used to cover themselves in blankets and hide in photographs. It's actually one of the creepiest things I've probably ever seen in my whole life. Hidden mother photography is a genre of photography common in the Victorian era in which young children were photographed with their mother present but hidden in the photograph. It arose from the need to keep children still while the photograph was taken due to the long exposure times of early cameras. So back in the 1800s, specifically the 1840s, it took so long to take just one photo. You know how in modern times now people take a photo, it takes literally 0.2 seconds. But back then you had to stand there smiling for upwards of 10 minutes. So that's why if you look back at really old photography, usually people are not smiling. So that's why people look so sad in old photos, because imagine smiling for 10 minutes straight. Your face would be like twitching. Okay, can you take the photo please? Why is this 10 minutes long? So instead they'd be like this. Because it's easier to keep your face this way. So to get a clear picture of a child during the 19th century, the child had to be persuaded to stay still, which was very difficult to achieve. So that's why they had this technique where they would take the mother, put a cloak over her face and body, and she would have to stand there in the photo, keeping her child still. Sometimes they would even disguise her as a chair to make the photo look more natural. But I've gotta say, I know they tried to make the mother not look obvious, but she looked so obvious, guys. Mothers were also sometimes obscured simply by removing parts of the photograph after it was taken. So the photographer would literally just scratch out the mother's face after the photo was taken. What? I don't know about you guys, but having this big scratched out blotch on a photo is creepier than just having the mother there. Sometimes the mother's shape was so obvious and their arms are clearly visible in the photo. I've even seen some pictures where you see like a mother peering her face out from behind a chair. It is so creepy. How did they not realize that back then? The practice of hidden mother photography continued into the 1920s, but eventually after the 20s they stopped doing that because camera exposure became way faster, so a kid just had to sit down for like 5 seconds for a photo. I was just so blown away when I saw all of these photos of hidden mothers. They're not very hidden if you ask me. I feel like it just would have looked better if they just had a photo of the mother and the child just smiling. What's so wrong about having a mother there with the kid? And then when the kid gets older and can sit still, then they can have their own photo, you know what I mean? It's just so strange to me, guys. Anyways though, let's move on to a crazy phenomenon from Hawaii. There is a volcano in Hawaii called the Smiling Volcano. Hawaii's Kauai volcano has been actively erupting since 1983, and it's one of the most active volcanoes in the entire world. I really hope I'm saying the volcano's name correctly. If I'm not, you guys know me, I'm terrible at pronouncing things.
Kilauea.
While it might seem like the volcano was smiling for the cameras, the face actually has a more scientific explanation. So when people first saw this smile in the volcano, they freaked out. They thought maybe it was a sign from God, maybe it was something paranormal, maybe the world was ending. People didn't know why this volcano is literally smiling. It was attracting tourists from all over the world. It went viral on the internet. But scientists came forward and were like, hey guys, no, there's a scientific explanation for this. The bright spots and line that create this creepy face were just produced by normal volcanic activity. So basically, when molten lava splatters inside a volcano, it causes sections of the surface to pull apart, revealing the bright lava beneath it. And these lava lines just by chance created a smile, but it was such a huge phenomenon at the time. Because I mean, how often do we really see smiling volcanoes, right? The next phenomenon is called the Bolton Stride. People often call it the stream that swallows people. Take a good look at this picture. It looks like a lovely babbling brook, right? It looks like the perfect place to have a picnic or maybe dangle your toes into the water. If you look at this picture of this stream, it's only about 5 feet apart. So would you try and jump across it? Would you walk over it? Apparently people are saying that you should never ever try to walk across this stream. The brook is known as the Bolton Stride, and according to local legend, every single person who has stepped foot in it has been sucked under the current and killed. It's creepy because the fact says that every person who has put their foot into this stream has died. Not like, oh, once a year, once every few months, every single person. Just below the surface of the water is a network of caverns and caves, the perfect places for human bodies to end up after they've been swept up by the strong current. So apparently this stream is just too strong for people to even step foot in. So on the surface it looks so pretty, but if you go underneath, there's so much more. It's like a maze of rocks. So people just warn you not to even go near it. And the last thing I want to talk about is a very creepy area in Turkey. People call it the abandoned Disney Castle Village, which sounds magical and awesome, but if you see these pictures, they are super eerie. This castle village was actually built pretty recently in 2014. The developers built lines and blocks full of Gothic type homes, complete with turrets that highly resembled Cinderella's castle. So the whole idea behind this project is that they would have an entire neighborhood with beautiful tiny castles. Imagine living in a tiny castle as a house. That sounds amazing. They built 732 of these castle houses, and the builders thought they would sell right away because of how unique and cool they looked, but unfortunately no one really bought them. No one really wanted to live there, which was really odd. And because no one bought these houses, this development group went bankrupt, and so this whole village was abandoned and just left as a ghost town. Gotta pose while you do it. For some reason, I only sneeze when I'm filming. I have no idea why. Anyways though, there doesn't seem to be much hope that this spooky place will become habitable again. And it's kind of sad because I really do think this place would be so cool, but apparently people who go there to take photographs and walk through the town, it does seem like a place full of dread and creepiness. I personally love abandoned places. I would love to go here, but I can see how it has that very strange, creepy factor. Anyways guys, those are all of these strange things around the world that I'm going to be talking about today. I hope all you guys had a great New Year's Eve, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!